Today I'm exploring Boulder City. One of the coolest little towns you'll ever visit, one of the funnest places you can visit when you come to Las Vegas. But before any great adventure, there has to be food. And there's a quaint little diner behind me that I've never eaten at before. I'm gonna check it out. It's breakfast time. I'm starving. Let's do this. Come on. Trying to be incognito in our restaurant review because this place is really small and it's packed and it's a little intimidating when you walk in here with a big giant camera. So we've switched to the small camera, so the audio is going to be a little different for this portion of our video. But I'm about to order. I'm going to get the French toast with sausage, and it comes with it's called those potatoes, and it only comes with one egg, which is kind of odd. So I'm going to order extra egg and a side of white toast for my eggs. $10.25 for the breakfast, plus $3.50 for a side of toast, and $2.45 for one extra egg. So it's not cheap. I kind of see why everything comes on the side, because a French toast breakfast is pretty big. I've never had a restaurant just serve one egg to me though. It's just weird. And that's my side of potatoes right there, and my side of toast. But that looks super delicious.
There you go. Enjoy, okay?
That is a Philly cheesesteak, but made with cheddar cheese. I chose the Southwest Diner because it reminded me of Saturday Evening Post paintings, and I forget who the artist was. When I was growing up, my mom used to have Saturday Evening Post on the coffee table at home, and there were all these depictions of what Christmas was like in the 50s when they were growing up. And that's kind of what it reminded me of. Would I go back there? Probably not. The food was not bad. It didn't really have that diner feel to it. The food was good, but it wasn't the best. And it was a bit pricey. So we're gonna head into town and see what else we can do. Did you know the world famous Hoover Dam was originally called Boulder Dam? I'm sure most of you did, but here they have the Boulder Dam Museum Gallery Hotel. I don't know if it's open today, but I'm gonna take a peek. I didn't know they had a restaurant in here. Probably should have come here and had breakfast. And this is the Boulder City Hoover Dam Museum. My grandfather worked on this dam. Billions lost. Billions lost in new stock crash. Many people blame President Herbert Hoover for the hard times. Shanty towns like this one in Las Vegas were called Hoovervilles. Boulder Dam Pier, the sign says, and look at the rattlesnakes hanging from it. A deadly desert place, it says. Throw a little money in there for donation for upkeep of the library. Construction of the tunnels. This photo was taken from the Hoover Dam, or Boulder Dam, observation point at the time in 1931. Look at them forming the walls of the dam. Boulder Dam Service Bureau. Free Boulder Dam motion pictures. Information, restrooms, souvenirs, photos, films, postcards, booklets. These are where the generators sit down at the bottom of the dam. Or one side, but look at all the scaffolding from when they were building, pouring the concrete in. I look at these pictures and I wonder if one of the people in them happens to be my grandfather or not. Because there's workers there. Never know. One of them could be him. And here is how they routed the water around while they were building the dam. They have a small theater you can sit in that plays a documentary on the building of Boulder, Hoover Dam. There were 2 solid years of blasting in the valley before any concrete was laid on Hoover Dam. Can you imagine? So when Boulder City was founded, there was no plan for school. So the parents had to take it upon themselves with scrap lumber to build a school until 1932, when the government finally allotted them $70,000 to build a school. That's crazy. One day a bunch of children were jumping from barrel to barrel in an area they weren't supposed to play in, and a 5-year-old fell into some tar. Luckily, all of it was absorbed by her, or most of it was absorbed by what she was wearing. But they have it here inside the museum. You think those shoes are waterproof? That's probably what they used to get the tar off her skin, was gasoline, because I got tar all over me once on a construction site when I was a kid, and they used gas to get it off. Stay away from matches. Did you think Robert Downey Jr. was first? Hoover Dam was by far the world's largest dam at the time President Roosevelt dedicated it in 1935. This is where I really wonder if my grandfather is one of the men in this picture. I'm actually going to still frame this and research to see if any of these men look like my grandfather in the few pictures that I have of him. Or these men right here going up on this cable. Is that crazy or what? Look at that. They're going across. It's like a zip line for 40 guys. Workers traveled to the job site on monkey slides like the one above. The men crowded into a large skip, a railed wooden platform similar to the one you're standing on, which is where I am now in this room. The skip slid up and down the canyon walls on grease skids. Men were also carried in and out of the canyon by skips called Joe McGee's. These small cableways reeled out over the canyon and dropped down to the job site, named after an Irishman who was known as a cantankerous little critter. The skips always provided a thrilling ride. Growing up, we've all heard stories that there are people inside the concrete of the dam. According to this, there are none. Despite the stories, no worker was buried alive in the concrete. For one thing, each 8-yard bucket raised only about 2 feet, which is not correct. But, I mean, we can choose to believe it or not believe it. The concrete had set, of course, and they had pavement busters and jackhammers. When they got down to where they seen one of his hands or one of his legs, Mr. Crow made them take and use small picks to get the body out. William D. McCullough. See, this is how the dam is formed. It was poured in these square sections, and you can see all those little dots down there. Those are people. So that's how big each area was. But think about the 8 yards only being 2 foot off the ground. It might have only been 2 foot off the ground when it opened, but there were lots of accidents where the bucket had to come down and open up before. And each one of those sections was built all the way up until we get to the top of the dam. There's a lot to see in this museum, and it's a free walkthrough. And I even got permission to film in here. So I'm not going to show you everything, because I highly recommend that you come to this museum up here in Boulder City and take a look for yourself. It's a lot of reading, but it's a lot of fun history about one of the world's biggest man-made marvels. Definitely one of the funnest places to visit if you're in Las Vegas. Come up to Boulder City, check out the shops. I know this is a short video and I didn't go through all the shops, so I'll probably make this a series depending on how this video does. And we'll come back and we'll hit some of the other shops and we'll just make videos kind of like I was doing for the art district, because I think Boulder City deserves it. It's a beautiful, beautiful little town. And like I said earlier, it's true Americana. So guys, hope you liked the video. I really do. You guys know what to do, and I'll see you on the next one.